Howdy, friends. Today on Classic Country TV, we're tipping our hats to a voice so rich it could melt butter on a January morning, Patsy Cline. She was the Virginia girl with a heart as big as the Blue Ridge and a sound that carried straight from the honky-tonk to the big city airwaves. In just 30 short years, she changed country music forever. Let's walk through the story of the woman who made Crazy feel like a prayer and I Fall to Pieces sound like truth. Patsy Cline was born Virginia Patterson Hensley on September 8, 1932, in Winchester, Virginia. She grew up singing anywhere folks would let her, churches, local radio, and little stages where the neon buzzed louder than the crowd. In the early 50s, she worked hard on the regional circuit, paying dues with the kind of grit only a small-town dreamer knows. Her first big break came in 1957 on Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts, where she sang Walkin After Midnight with a calm so cool it could hush a dance hall. That performance turned the song into a runaway hit and put her on the national map. The next few years weren't always easy. Contracts were tricky and the bills didn't stop, but Patsy pushed through. In 1960, she became a member of the Grand Ole Opry, and not long after, she teamed with producer Owen Bradley at Decca, sliding into that lush, string-kissed Nashville sound that fit her voice like a satin glove. In 1961, a serious car crash nearly took her from us, but it couldn't quiet her spirit. She came back stronger, recording the run of hits that made her immortal. I Fall to Pieces, Crazy, and She's Got You. By 1962, she was breaking barriers again, headlining in Las Vegas and proving a country woman could command any stage in America. Here's her top hits and what made them special. Walkin After Midnight, 1957. The doorway to her legend, torchy, mysterious, and instantly unforgettable. I Fall to Pieces, 1961. Heartbreak turned into high art. The arrangement floats, but that voice keeps it honest. Crazy, 1961. Written by a young Willie Nelson, delivered by Patsy like a velvet confession. It's the gold standard for country ballads with pop polish. She's Got You, 1962. A masterclass in storytelling, tiny keepsakes, big emotions, Leavin' on Your Mind, Faded Love, and Sweet Dreams. Each one proof that Patsy could turn longing into something elegant and everlasting. On the road, Patsy was known for looking after younger artists, sharing advice, a little hard-earned wisdom, and sometimes a sharp joke to cut the tension before showtime. She had a knack for bringing the room together backstage, then walking out front and owning it. One favorite story from friends: even after fame found her, Patsy never lost that Winchester warmth. She'd stop to shake hands, swap stories, and make folks feel like they'd known her for years. And those stage clothes? Early on, it was rhinestones and western fringe. Later, she shifted to sleek, elegant dresses, proof she could be both honky-tonk and high class without missing a note. Patsy married twice. She kept the last name from her first marriage to Gerald Cline. In 1957, she married Charlie Dick, the love who saw her through the whirlwind. They had 2 children, Julie and Randy, and home life, when she could grab it, meant laughter around the kitchen table, family first, and stories from the road told with a wink. After surviving that 1961 car crash, Patsy returned to the stage with the courage of someone who knew time was precious. On March 5, 1963, she was flying home after a benefit show when her plane went down in Tennessee. She was just 30. The country world went quiet that day. And then her record spent the next 6 decades reminding us why silence could never hold her. Patsy Cline didn't just cross over, she built a bridge. Her partnership with Owen Bradley helped define the Nashville Sound, blending country soul with pop sophistication. She showed that a woman could headline, command the studio, and move hearts far beyond the Opry circle. Posthumous releases like Sweet Dreams kept her voice on the air, and honors, including her 1973 induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame, cemented her legacy. The musical Always Patsy Cline, the film portrayals, and the countless artists who name her as a guiding star, that's the echo of a life well sung. Patsy Cline sang like she'd lived 3 lives, one in a small town, one under stage lights, and one in our memories. If her music ever helped you through a lonesome evening or made you sway in your kitchen, do me a favor, hit subscribe, ring that bell, and share this video with a friend who loves a good story set to a perfect melody. Drop your favorite Patsy track in the comments. Let's keep her voice traveling.